The notion that vaccines are part of a plot by the satanic New World Order to oppress Christians is a complex and multifaceted conspiracy theory. Proponents of this idea often point to the supposed connections between vaccine manufacturers, government agencies, and other entities they perceive as being part of a shadowy, global elite. They argue that these entities are working together to implement a sinister agenda, which includes using vaccines as a tool for population control, mind control, and the erosion of Christian values. One of the key arguments made by those who believe in this conspiracy theory is that vaccines contain ingredients that are harmful to humans, such as mercury, aluminum, and aborted fetal tissue. They claim that these ingredients are intentionally added to vaccines in order to cause physical and spiritual harm to those who receive them. Some also believe that vaccines are being used to implant microchips or other tracking devices, which would allow the government and other entities to monitor and control people's movements and activities. Another aspect of this conspiracy theory is the idea that vaccines are being used to advance a eugenicist agenda, which aims to reduce the global population and create a more perfect human race. Proponents of this theory point to the fact that some vaccines are being developed and distributed by organizations that have historically been associated with eugenicist ideologies, such as the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They argue that these organizations are using vaccines as a way to secretly sterilize people, particularly in developing countries, in order to reduce population growth and promote a more sustainable world. Some Christians also believe that vaccines are part of a broader effort to undermine their faith and values. They argue that the push for universal vaccination is a way to impose a secular, humanist worldview on society, which rejects the idea of a higher power and the importance of traditional moral values. They see vaccines as a symbol of the mark of the beast mentioned in the Book of Revelation, which represents the ultimate symbol of rebellion against God and his authority. However, it's worth noting that the vast majority of the scientific and medical communities reject these conspiracy theories as baseless and unfounded. They point to the overwhelming evidence that vaccines are safe and effective in preventing the spread of diseases, and that they have saved countless lives and improved public health around the world. They also argue that the ingredients used in vaccines are thoroughly tested and proven to be safe, and that the benefits of vaccination far outweigh any perceived risks. Despite the lack of evidence to support these conspiracy theories, they continue to be widely promoted and believed by many people, particularly in some Christian communities. This is often due to a combination of factors, including misinformation, mistrust of government and other institutions, and a deep-seated fear of the unknown. It's also driven by a sense of disillusionment with the modern world and a desire to find meaning and purpose in a rapidly changing society. In conclusion, the idea that vaccines are part of a plot by the satanic New World Order to oppress Christians is a complex and deeply held belief that is not supported by scientific evidence. While it's understandable that people may have concerns about the safety and efficacy of vaccines, it's essential to approach these concerns with a critical and nuanced perspective, rather than relying on misinformation and unproven theories. By promoting a more informed and balanced understanding of vaccines and their role in public health, we can work to build trust and confidence in the scientific and medical communities, and to create a more just and equitable world for all people, regardless of their faith or background.